Hello and welcome to Theme Park Information. In today's show we've got a review for Energylandia. It's located over in Poland. This is a park I haven't been to since 2018 and it was actually amazing the difference a few years makes on this park. It has expanded exponentially. It has obviously got Zadra, Abyssus recently. Obviously they did have Hyperion when I went. All three of their major coasters, by the way, will have their own separate review. Get into that at a later date. But going on to some of their other rides, I'm starting to feel they've started to fill out their roller coaster lineup. They're starting to, I think, make loads of park improvements. The park was looking absolutely beautiful for the most part. Very clean, very tidy, well presented. Everything was looking like new and well looked after and well maintained. I mean, some of that is down to the fact this park only opened in 2014, so how old could it be? But for the most part, yeah, it's a really impressive, tidy, clean park. The fact that I was there for their one of their Halloween events and such, so the park was open 10 till 10, absolutely amazing. There was loads of little bits and pieces of theming all over the place. Clearly some effort was being made towards it. There were also a couple of scare zones, not many, but like a couple. And what I quite like about it is the ones they had you could actually bypass if you didn't really want to be involved in them, which is also quite a nice idea. Yeah, apart from the park being in really good condition and really tidy, I also found that, yeah, obviously the staff were really friendly, it was really efficient, the operations were good. As I said, there's just a myriad of very good things about this park. It's not perfect, however. There's a very few slight downsides. I tend to feel that the park, probably with how it's expanded and how new rides and attractions have been added continuously, some of the footpaths and where you need to go, especially to reach for the entrance to the back of the park, are a little bit out the way. There's not like a main thoroughfare or a clear route to go from the front to the back or vice versa or side to side. It's all of kind of a little bit of a maze. Now, thankfully, Energylandia do have a very sensible system where they effectively assign each ride, restaurant, shop, whatever, a number, and then that number relates to what's on the map. So it means you always have a vague idea of where you're going or where it is, but some of it is not so confusing. It's like we got lost, but it could just be slightly better. I'd say it's kind of one of the downsides of obviously the park developing, and the fact that it will continue to develop as well is both really good and in some ways a little bit bad, because you are going to get it where, especially depending on what they do, the walk from the front entrance to what could be the end up being the back of the park could be miles. It's quite worrying. I mean, obviously it's great to see the park obviously building a new mine train coaster. There's lots of talk about them adding hotels, and obviously pretty much any roller coaster under the sun is not out of the realm of possibility for this park, just judging by how much money and attention they've been pouring onto it. Let's move on to food, because actually it's one of the things me and my friend, while we were looking at what to have to eat, we actually noticed quite a few of the reviews for this park were pretty negative in terms of food, but for the most part I actually found it was really good. We got pizza just near where Zadra's entrance is. Thought it was actually really tasty. It wasn't stupidly expensive. I mean, especially from comparing it to UK food prices, I suppose. 20 zloty for a pizza. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's about £4 or £5, I think, probably a little bit less, but around there. And then also had a wrap, which was also really good, even if I'm not 100% sure what was in it. But yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. The only things I felt the park maybe couldn't eat, and they maybe do have it, I just didn't see it while I was there. Or as I said, it's a little bit of a maze-like park, it's very easy to maybe miss something or not quite go into every corner or anything like that. Would be actually a really nice sort of outdoor seating bar sort of area, where especially if it did things like signature drinks or local beers or something like that, that would actually be really nice for the park. Especially if it was on a really nice sunny day, really near to one of their major coasters or something like that. I mean, obviously they have so much space, or especially if there's a large plaza area, that would actually be really cool. I'd say also just flipping that for pricing towards the park, fantastic. So for 2 tickets for me and my friend, turned out to be about 50 quid, not each, all together, which is just ridiculous. And as I said, it's such a good park, very photogenic, very friendly, just generally a really nice place to be. It's a park which obviously it's great to be going back to. I look forward to going back there in the future. I'd highly recommend going to any park in Europe. It's one of the absolutely best, must visit. As I said, I will have separate reviews for some of the other rides coming soon. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the review. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.